Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers from wherever you're watching us from. This is Wima Sports, and I'm your host, Jermaine Odhiambo. We are at Osoita Lodge, one of our amazing partners who we are partnering with. You need to come and visit them because this is a place where guests become family. They have really, really tasty Kenyan food. Not only Kenyan food, they also have international food at your own order. And check them out on their website. We shall be shared on the description box and some of their social media sites. And today we are having an amazing guest who is one of the pioneers of the growth of the national team and also basketball generally in Nakuru and also in Africa, in Kenya. And his impact is being felt in Africa. I know very soon he'll be getting a call-up of BAL, a team in the BAL. I'm foreseeing that for you, brother.
Of course.
And he's none other than Ariel Okal Koranga. Ariel is a 6'9", standing at 6'9". You can see, lazima kaa hivi kidogo. And he's a third child to a former Harambee Stars player known as Mr. Elijah Koranga. And he's from a family of 10, born March 20th, 1990. He started playing basketball at 16 years old in Nakuru KMA. KMA is known as the Kenya Military Academy. Then he joined the Nakuru Club, 2010, 2012, KPA 2013, 2015, 2017, 2019 seasons. The Falcons, I believe in Uganda, right?
Yeah.
2015, Ahil Sidad.
Ali Sidab.
Yes, please help me with this pronunciation.
Ali Sidab.
Yeah, 2015, 2016, and 2016, 2017. And this is Dhofar
Club.
Dhofar Club.
Yeah.
This is 2018. Bashair. Unajua hii lugha kidogo ama?
Naongea kidogo, almost everything.
Eish.
Yeah.
Bro. Sawa. Inafaa tukuingize na yes sasa.
Utaongea pale.
Alikuwa kwenye
Bashair
2021 and
Ahli. Yeah,
2022.
Yeah.
And he's known as the founder, and he's the founder and owner of The Doctor's Report. I know all of you ballers and those in the basketball community, you've seen and read some of his amazing masterpiece documentary and write-ups and pictorial views and all that of the basketball community. And we have also the Swish women basketball.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the new baby. Yeah.
Growing up well.
Soon watu wataona tu.
Hapo sawa. Guys, stay tuned for Swish women basketball team, and which might be
the next big thing. It might become an academy because we have too many players.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Ariel is also a big brother and a mentor to Felmas Koranga, who is the sister who plays where at?
Troy University in Alabama. Yeah.
And she's been doing great things in that league and that university and entire conference. You need to go and see what she does. I'll share also her social media sites for you to just see what she does and how far she's come and how far she's grown with the help of a really, really good brother and also a good family environment for her support system, that is. And also, apart from that, Ariel is a philanthropist, a teacher, and a lover of life. Guys, I think this love of life is very true because in Kenya, when you ask most people how is life, they'll be complaining. But today, Ariel said he's enjoying life in Kenya.
You have to enjoy. Life is short. You have to enjoy life.
Definitely.
You know? Yeah.
Definitely.
And yeah. Kenya is awesome. So I'm enjoying Kenya.
Yes. And people, viewers, life has no do-overs. So when you can do it, enjoy it and do what you need to do because life indeed has no do-overs. So let me introduce to you none other than Ariel Okal.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
So maybe to kick us off, if you could tell us about maybe your kid life growing up, whatever thing that you'd like to share in terms of sports or out of sports, education, just anything? Yeah.
Education-wise, I went to school in Molo, primary school and nursery school. That's where I was born. So it's in Nakuru County. And after that, my high school was in Lanet High School, also in Nakuru County, just outside the barracks where my father works. And then that's when I started to play basketball in around 2006. I was 16 at Form 3. But I wasn't good at it. I was just trying to, hang out with my friends who were playing. But it wasn't something that I wanted to do, like serious. Like I was just having fun. Then you go home. Soccer was the thing. You go home, everything is football. When school closed, everything is football. But basketball started to, come in there, sneak in there, and eventually that's what I started to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So football, you're a defender, striker?
I played position 2, 7 most of the time, but I liked to defend. When you play as a 2 or a 7, you're running a lot, and I like running. So I used to find myself running, overlapping, and I used to enjoy that. So I kind of stuck with 2 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is playing the. He was playing the Harambee Stars.
Yeah.
For how long did he play? And
he played for a while. He played for a while. I think he did around, because he was like a perennial football star. He started when he was young. So by the time he was getting to the national team, he had done almost everything. So had a couple like 6-5 years in the national team, and then they played the Cup of Nations in 1992 in Senegal. They did things there, Sekafa games, a bunch of games that Kenya used to play back then. Awesome. And those days Kenya was good. Right now I don't know what's happening, but from him, that's where we get the football thing. All of us used, even Felmas played football up to I think Form 2.
Oh.
Then she was like, basketball is the thing right now, because all the siblings kind of like are shifting to basketball. So I can get
okay.
Yeah.
So by any chance did you have a chance to watch Dad play?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I did. Me and my brother, we were great football fans.
Awesome.
Ile siku ya World Cup, we asked for like 5 bob kwenda huko kuona to watch games, Cup of Nations. We were following. Those days there used to be some gum. When you buy, they have stickers inside.
Yes.
Yeah, so we used to collect those. And this came from watching our father play. So you start to love the game of football.
Yeah.
So we watched him a couple of times. I watched him in the military games, winning some gold. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So how did this have any impact to your sports life growing up?
Yeah.
Now to who you are right now?
Yeah, because he was preparing us to be sportsmen in the future. So I think that kind of have a great impact of who we are right now. So from training when you're young, learning how to stretch when you're young, the discipline, seeing how he handles himself as a sportsman. I think that kind of he instilled something in us that actually makes us great players, plus the solid genes, which is a natural gift. Yeah, and the athleticism. Yeah. So I think you cannot make that up. I think that one, the way he handled himself has made us better players.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started basketball competitively which year?
Competitively, I started in 2010 in Nakuru Club. That's when I joined Nakuru Club. I didn't think that I was good enough, but I just went to see how Nakuru Club works. And I think after the first training, they asked me to bring my pictures for the league ID, and that's it.
And that's it?
Yeah.
So ibaki ukacheza, then it reached a point. At what point did you realize that, man, I can use this sport to go to the next level? Ile tu game flani maybe umecheza, and there's a game that you played and ikakuhit,
I think
this is it?
for me, I think is in 2010 when I was in a crew club. They never used to give me a lot of playing time because I was a rookie. I was coming in, and then I stay in Lanette, and the team trains in Menengai. That's like almost 14 kilometers away. So for me to get there and train and come back home was a hassle. You know, sometimes when a hassle, natafuta a fare to go to practice. So 2010, I didn't play a lot. 2011, I was starting, but we had Nick Kanyang who was also playing the same position as me. So sometimes I would start, sometimes I would sit. But in 2012, now the season of 2012, things started getting serious, and I was dominating the league. We qualified we were promoted to the Premier League. Then I left. I joined KPA in 2013. Now things just opened up in KPA. And a year later, we won the championship. And I said, I think if I keep on playing in Kenya, it's either I'm going to be wasted or I will never improve, because the competition, maybe I've reached somewhere where I'm like
dominating.
And for me to dominate even more, I need to leave.
Challenges.
I need to challenge myself with other leagues. Then I will see how far I can go.
Okay.
So now I went to Uganda. And still the same thing. Same thing in Uganda. So now I've been moving around different places because, you know, basketball sasa imekuwa kazi. Whatever you get the call, you go, whatever.
Awesome. So your story is really interesting and captivating for young players coming up. And if you could speak to this player who always thinks that I need to play more, because you started by playing little time and improved gradually through how you used the time you were given in the court. You know, there are young players who think, I demand this time, and coach, you need to give me
playing time.
But it's a process. I mean, what can you speak to such players?
Great players are made on the bench, because sitting there, if you want to be great, if you're sitting there almost 35 minutes, you're only playing 5 minutes. If you're sitting there for 35 minutes, you should be learning something.
True.
First, you learn to be humble, you learn to be patient, and you learn and study the game. Your time umeka, you are watching the game, and you have front row seats. So you are watching the game.
Front row seats.
They call a timeout. You're listening.
Unpaid for.
Unpaid for. You haven't paid anything. You have front row seats. You're watching the game. You're seeing everything. So I think, Apple, you improve yourself and you can become a student of the game.
True.
And most people don't realize that it's a slow process. The day they'll give you a chance to be on the floor and play, the coach will see you're doing the right things, because already you know. Sometimes you can be sitting there and you know that guy is supposed to go there, this one is supposed to go here. You already know things because you see them and you hear the coach shouting. When you're playing, the adrenaline is too much. So sometimes when they are shouting instructions, you can't hear those. But when you're sitting, you're calm, you don't have the pressure, you're just watching. This guy is going here, he's supposed to go, adjustments on defense and on offenses. So you learn the game.
Awesome. So you've been in the international space for some time. Falcons, different teams in the different, is it Arabian countries?
I've been in Arab countries for I think 7 seasons right now, because I was in Algeria during the COVID season.
I remember.
I was there for 11 months. So I think I've done it for, this is my 9th season now. I'll be going to my 10th, and almost 3/4 of it is in the Arabian countries.
So what are some of the challenges that you really faced in your basketball career? Be it here, be it in the Arabian countries, and how you tackled those challenges. I mean, at times playing international is tough. If you look at some of the challenges athletes go through, racism and what, being away from home, are there challenges that you can let us know about?
here, I think in Kenya, the training facilities, that was the biggest challenge. But in the Kenya Military Academy, we were blessed to have those military facilities. You know, they have great basketball courts, football pitch, swimming pools, gyms.
Yeah.
So we had access to all that. But now, to other people, when I joined the crew club, the access of the Menengai court, it's a school, so it's not open during the day or stuff like that. So you can only go there in the afternoon or in the evening to train. And the access to weight rooms, if you're not using the military one, in Kenya is expensive.
Yeah.
So for players, it's not even me, it's generally for basketball players,
Yeah.
it's really tough to juggle those. Out there, language barrier, and sometimes in the first years you become homesick. You just want to go back home after the first month. You want to run back home, but when you become a vet, that's where the food. First days you'll suffer because you don't realize. I didn't realize in my first days when I went to Oman, I didn't know that they eat almost the same food as we eat here. They have chapos, they have rice, pilau, biryani. I didn't know. So I used to suffer with the fast foods, the McDonald's and KFC, until I kind of figured out a way to survive there. So now you get that. Sometimes I think I'm Omani too, because I know the ins and outs of their country. Been there for 6 years.
6 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So I think I'm one of them now.
Awesome, awesome. So you've working in all these countries and all these places. What is there anything that we need to capture or we need to pick for the growth of sports development, specifically basketball development in Kenya? And this is also from little players developing, to the league developing, to other aspects of the game developing, that we can actually pick, if you can share, or we can actually get to learn from.
I will use the case study like Oman. They have a league for under 12. They have a league for under 16.
National league.
Yeah, and under 18. And then they have one for under 23. And they have the senior league, the one that we play. So now you can see from all these feeder programs how it's easy for them to just pick players and put them in the big league. Just pick players, put them in the national team. And they have a national team for all these ages. Yeah. They just assemble a bunch of kids and they train consistently. Sometimes I see them, if we have a game like at 8 p.m., if you come to the court like at 5, you'll find young kids training basketball. And if we can do this here in Kenya, we have a lot of talent and a lot of kids who love sports. And now at this age, I think the facilities are starting to, crop up in different places in this country. And with the talent we have from outside, I think we can have a lot of mentorship programs with overseas players, players in the NCAA, players in Europe, who are Kenyans who can come back and help, these young players become good players. But I think most of the people we have also who are playing outside, most of them don't have that heart to give the knowledge to somebody else. Most of them don't have that. It's a Kenyan thing, or let me say an African thing. We don't want to, give a hand to someone who might become better than you. You're scared that this person is gonna be better than me. It shouldn't be that way.
True.
If we can work together, we can change the game in this country, because now we have the talent now, and the way our national teams have played in the last 3 years, I think is motivation enough for young kids to start to love basketball.
So before we get into the national team, how's sports business internationally in the countries that you've been in?
It's a multi-million-dollar industry. Wow. It has money. You play in the Oman Sultan Cup, you win, you're rich. If you win, you're making money. People have salaries. People have even local players have salaries.
Wow.
They are under contract. In Kenya, we don't have contracts for our players, which is something that should be looked at. We don't have the medical coverage for our players, which is a business in its own because the insurance company is making something. Yeah. And if you look at it in the long run, they might actually give back to the same game and decide to sponsor the league.
Yeah, 100%.
I've not seen anyone who wants to capitalize on these things. We have players in Kenya who have water companies.
Yeah.
But the league doesn't use this water. We use water from these big companies.
Yeah.
And we can actually grow our own. If this player makes it with this company, this money is still gonna come back to this same game.
Yeah.
And if we have money in the game, players will make money. Simple.
True that.
Basketball needs to be a business. Out there is a business. You put on a jersey, it has a company name. That company is paying that club. The league has a name. That company name is paying players in the league. If it's paying the club is paying the player. So the business is huge.
It's huge.
I think the only business that is beating sports is maybe selling drugs, and it's illegal. It's not legal. So you cannot do it. If you do it, you go to jail. So you can only, if you're not doing sports, you either choose if you want to go to jail or maintain with sports.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's true, because I've been trying to do a research on sports business, and I've seen how much sports business has an impact in the US economy itself. Is crazy.
It's crazy. It's creating employment.
Yeah.
It's creating it. And people look at the NBA as the only league that you can go and play and become rich. It's not. True. Only 1% of players who come out of college go to the 0 point something of players go to the NBA. Those are like 60 players. You're drafted 1 to 30, and then the second round pick 1 to 30, done.
That's it.
That's a 0 point something % of all those over 400 players in the NCAA, Div 1, Div 2, NAIA, all that. And there are players who go undrafted, and there are players who are drafted from Europe. So Europe is another market.
True.
The Arab League is another market. Chinese have a league. Africa, we have Basketball Africa League now. So if you want to make money through sports, now you know where to go. As a sportsman, as a nutritionist, you can work in these leagues as a coach, as a trainer, as a fitness trainer. You can work there as a media person. So you can supply apparel.
True that.
Nigerians are wearing their own clothes right now. There used to be a Nike team or a Peak team, but I think now they have some company from Nigeria that is dressing them. Yes. FA Sport is dressing Olympic teams sometimes, and basketball teams, the ladies basketball teams. Now you can see how diverse this business is. Definitely. It's not just one-sided, one-dimensional. So it's vast. Somebody just needs to come and pick something and run with it. And you can do something.
So we are calling out to you investors out there, come team up with us, let's join and make things work. This is a gap that is there in the market. Sports business is the next thing to invest in, locally, in the region, and also internationally. So it's just ensuring the numbers make sense. And definitely they do make sense because the gap is huge. I think Rwanda has realized that, and
you have seen, they have been given they will be hosting, I think, something again soon, the window 3 of the World Cup qualifiers.
For real?
Yeah, they gave it to Rwanda again, and Cote d'Ivoire.
Nice.
So now you can see how Rwanda, and just building one facility.
One facility. Opened
everything.
Including football that's not related with the facility.
So now football, they're going over there. I mean, these guys, that facility made things easier for the Rwandese people.
And I like how aggressive they are, because even with the Arsenal team, they have Visit
Rwanda thing.
And
as even the bar.
PSG, right?
PSG, even the Bar League.
Yeah.
Visit Rwanda is there.
What?
Yeah, I would love to see the Morans wearing Magical Kenya.
Exactly.
When they go to play outside.
Yep.
It's a thing.
Yep.
And it can just start like that and it goes. If those Moran guys can make Wamlambes go viral to 7 million views on YouTube in a month or 2 months.
I remember that.
Yeah, from just one tournament. So what do you think we can do to a hashtag Magical Kenya? You see?
Yeah.
Things like that. It's business.
Yes, stakeholders of Magical Kenya, we need to have a sit down with Ariel Okal here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and now if you spoke of business and all that exposure, if you're free, if you can share some of the business that you're working on at the moment, and anything that you want to talk about in regards to your businesses.
For now, I think the two main things that I'm focusing on is the doctor's report and the magazine that we've been working on. It's finished. We're just waiting to get the hard copies done, and then we can distribute them to our different readers. And I think the doctor's report, from the plans that I have for the doctor's report, is to have something like you've seen the athletic, or the ringer, or something like that. This is where I'm headed. This is where I'm headed with. I cannot say ESPN. ESPN is still up there, but at some point, I know I'm gonna get to that. And if I can do it to a point where the doctor's report can now be streaming the league and even awarding players in the league certain individual performances, I think I'll be getting it to where I want it to be. And to do that, I have to monetize that whole business so that it can take care of itself. And then we have the Swish women basketball, which we are using to kind of elevate the level of women basketball in Nakuru, which has been neglected for a while because we haven't had a solid women basketball team from that area. And you can see the ladies who come from Nakuru. We have Salmas is a good example. And there's Chebet, some point guard called Chebet. She's good from Nakuru. I can count from 1 to 10 players who come from home who are really good, but they have to go and play somewhere else because they don't have a league that they look up to. It's important to have something like that so that younger girls can start playing basketball, saying, when I grow up, I want to join that team. And from that team, we can use it as a tool to elevate these players and send them somewhere else where they can improve and learn more about basketball. And there are many businesses and there are many ventures that we are doing. Some of them you'll see them. There's 4Sports Kenya, which is a company that we started, I think, 3 years ago. We haven't launched it because still logistics and all that. But I think by the end of 2022, it's gonna be actualized and people will see what we are about. If you start walking around and you see people wearing 4Sports Kenya socks and all that, then you know that Ariel Okal has done it again.
Awesome. And now he'll be a 4Sports national team jersey.
4Sports. If you can see for that small logo, you know, the Swiss women basketball, they wear 4Sports.
Awesome.
So we try to dress them in-house. Everything we do there is in-house. From the t-shirts. The only thing we don't give them is the shoes, because making shoes is not easy. But we'll try our best to make sure that our team wears our brand.
Awesome. Awesome. So you had an inaugural Ariel Okal tournament. How was it?
Unfortunately, I did not attend. I didn't attend because I was still overseas. I was finishing some of the games over there. But it was a success. It was a success, and I think during the tournament I was having a phone call with one of my organizers who was there, and I was watching some of the games. I was looking at the pictures and I'm like, people really showed up.
Yeah.
People showed up. Even people who play in the Premier League, the Division 1, traveled to go and play in the tournament. I was like, okay. And now they're demanding that we do it again. Annually, we do it again. I'm like, come on, needs planning. I got a call 2 days ago.
Yes.
Someone said, we saw you said that another tournament is coming. Is it this weekend? Because we want to form a team and drive to Nakuru. We want to come and play. I told them, hey, relax. I need to plan this thing pole.
Yeah.
Then we see what we can do, because you cannot just throw in something mediocre. You need something that people will love and talk about. Yeah. And it's for a good cause.
Yes.
Because in Kisumu, people are donating things. People are bringing shoes, training gear for Adili Sports Academy. And we did great. We got jerseys for the girls there. The girls team now have basketball jerseys. So I think in the next tournament, we'll find something, and people will keep on bringing their donations, and we keep on growing from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Viewers, the thing that I like about Ariel and all his programs is that he thinks of home. You know, charity begins at home.
Yeah.
He's doing really, really great stuff in Nakuru, but he also thought of a home that is so close to home in Kisumu, and did something there. And just to encourage you guys, if each and every one of us gets to do this and work together, partner where we need to, bring things together and just try to change the game from our own basic level, then the ripple effect will be wide.
It will be different.
Wide enough.
Yeah.
So I really like what you do, and just keep on doing it. I know at times there's hard work behind the scenes.
A lot of hard work.
Which is unknown.
There are no vacations.
True.
To maintain and to support all these things, we cannot take vacations.
Awesome.
Even farmers cannot take a vacation, because I'm partnering with her in a lot of things. The whole family is behind all these things. If you look at the management in Swish, it includes some of my family members who are gifted in different areas, so they try to support and help out.
Awesome.
We cannot take vacations. If you take a vacation, some of the projects
collapses.
Will fail. Yeah. So we have to keep on working. Yeah.
Nice. You know, when I see what you do, I think of is it the BBB? What's his name?
Big baller brand.
Yes.
Yeah, Lava Ball.
Are you getting there? Are you headed there?
Maybe. I think that guy, when he was starting with his sons, people thought he was a joke.
True.
And at some point, he had all the 3 sons in the NBA, and now Jello is in the G League. So he basically, the dream came true, and the shoes are there. So what else? And he's living his dream life.
Yeah.
The plan that he had actualized.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait for that time, man.
It's coming.
For you, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. Any insights? So, okay, before we get to the insights, how was the last national team assignment for you?
Oh, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. I think our preparation towards this tournament didn't go as planned. If I can look back to how we prepared going to Afrobasket, Afrocan, and the Afrobasket qualifiers, it's way different. This one, half of the team is overseas, half of the team is in Kenya, and I think even training didn't go for like a whole month. And the teams we played again in Senegal was training for over a month. Egyptian players play at home in their league, and they've been training for like 3 months.
Whoa.
So for us to just call in guys, there's no chemistry, the game is not flowing, you know. We had a lot of challenges. But I think in the second window in June, things will be different. This is summer now, everybody's done with their seasons. People are now coming back to Kenya to prepare for these games, and we just want to go out there and win something.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's part of the growth process, right?
It is. People don't realize. You know, I saw a lot of criticism, and guys were saying Kenya Morans are letting us down. Kenya Morans this, Kenya Morans that. Then I said, this is not Zone 5 qualifiers. We stayed 28 years in the dark, and these same Morans, they took us to the Afrobasket. 28 years, and won a game. Then they qualified to the World Cup qualifier. So playing in the qualifiers of the World Cup is not the same. So you ignore all the good things that happened, the journey, the process, and now we are playing elite level basketball. You need to support these people, because being there in the World Cup venue, playing in a qualifier to go to the World Cup, not to go to Zone 5 and play against regional competition. They are picking countries from all over Africa, they are throwing them in one pool, and you people battle each other. This is not some like low level basketball. So they need to realize that all the team needs is support. You have to, before you criticize the team that the team didn't do this, understand this is a different level. And they've been doing so good to get here. Before we performed in Zone 5, we used to get killed. Once we figured out things, we beat Egypt. We beat Uganda. We went to African. First time, got a silver medal. Came back here, beat Mozambique. Kenya and Mozambique didn't even meet each other before. But first time in Rwanda, we beat them. 17 points. A slow process. Cameroon, we beat Angola. A game that we didn't even plan to win. We just needed to just stay in the game and see how it goes. Then we won that game. We were looking to win the Mozambique game, and we lost that Mozambique game. But we had already qualified by beating Angola. We already had 2 wins. So people don't even understand the process before they start criticizing. It's a process. You go to a level, you figure things out, and then you find a way to win. Now we just got to the World Cup qualifiers. We have to figure out a way of how things are done there. And I think maybe in the next one, Kenya will win a game or 2.
They will.
And then the narrative will change again immediately. And they will become fans again. You know?
What I've realized with Kenyans, Kenyans are funny across all sports, and how they criticize even celebrities and all these people, personalities, is Kenyans are usually quick to, when things are not doing good, they're quick to throw stones at you. When even an individual does something good, they celebrate them. But when things go bad, stones.
They will turn on you immediately.
Yeah, and Kenyans viewers, we need to appreciate the process, man.
The process is hard.
It's hard, and this was actually a whole. I was telling people this is a whole new level, man.
This is a different level. None of us has been. Hakuna mtu amefika hapo. It was the first time for everyone to play there, and you cannot compare that level with the games that we've been playing. It keeps on getting better. And
as you said it, each level has different preparation.
So you have to figure out things for you to win. So let them give us some time to understand the process.
Awesome. Any insights and or foresights you have for the development of the National League? Just individual insights you have, foresights from your experience and exposure.
I think all the players in the National League should have a medical cover. They should start there. Something basic like that goes a long way, because this sport is like you're a candidate for disability. This is what I was told in a camp in Mombasa we went to do a camp for disability and all that while I was in KPA, and there was a lady in a wheelchair who was speaking, and she said, all of you are candidates for disability. And people are like, okay. So when you go to play, you're jumping up and down, you never know.
True, you never know.
So if you don't have a medical cover,
it's crazy.
You break a leg, a hand, you're pushed, you fall down the wrong way, things are happening. You're a candidate for disability.
So that's a really, really important point, and I don't know if this is true, but I also feel at times there's an aspect of the game that we miss. I know from your experience, you can tell us more. Basketball is a sport that there's coach training, there's strength and conditioning, there's all this mobility and all this other stuff. Now, speaking into injuries and mobility and disabilities, what can you tell viewers who are players in terms of strengthening their muscles and body and bones to ensure that maybe if you land wrongly, it reduces your chances?
Yeah, it does.
And stuff like that.
It starts with, playing a sport starts with taking care of yourself. Hitting the gym is key, because that's where you recover, you build strength, and you also recover after games and training. And the diet is also important, and rest is also important. Kenyan basketball people don't like rest. They finish the game, they do the other thing. They hawapendi kupumzika. So I think we should embrace that. If we can do that, I think some of these injuries that we get are not supposed to be there. Are not supposed to be there. We need to, and the culture is spreading. Young kids are working. The culture is spreading. If you look around videos, social media, you can see the culture is spreading, and people are putting in work. And that is, and I've seen also some former players who have done nutrition and everything, advising people on social media. So if people can just go out there and, you know, be keen enough to look through things, you can really play for a long time. You need to play for a long time, be active and be effective and efficient and also productive. And if you can do these things, you can hit 40 playing basketball. This is not the NBA, you play 82 games plus playoffs, blah, blah, blah. No, this is Kenya, you do 22 in the 22 games regular season, then 3, 5, 5 in the playoffs. You can do it for years, and you can still be in the national team and still killing it. So it's just different dynamics. Taking care of your body, fitness, diet, rest, and kuhydrate. Maji mzuri si maji mbaya.
Maji mzuri.
Maji mzuri.
So you mentioned young players, and we saw some of the teams you guys were playing against in the World Cup, FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Some of them were really young. What message can you have for young players who are coming up? You've mentioned you've been seeing a few really put in work. What do you have for them? Because they also need to prepare to get these call-ups for the national team.
I think their time is now. Their time is now. The group that we have of the Morans, in the next year or so, half of it will be gone. Half of the team will start to slow down, and you know, we already have Kaimba who's already left the scene. So I think sports will be, there'll be a certain, you know, position that will have people to fill, young people who can come in, and especially the point guard position. It doesn't have players who, you know, we have been suffering. This is the only position that has been killing us. So you can imagine if we can have young players coming up and taking over these sports and doing things. It's all about confidence. It's not something that sometimes you might be skilled all that, but the confidence to play at that level is not there. And even the bigs, I think, other than Fidel Okal, Fidel is still young. He can do it for the next maybe 10 years. But if you put me in there, I'm an old man now, and maybe Ronnie and Bush. Once these players phase out, we'll need more to come in and fill these spots. So I think these young players shouldn't give up. It's a process. I mean, before I got there, I was, I think, 24 years of age, 24, 25, before I got to the national team, my first call-up. So, pole pole.
Pole pole.
Pole pole.
Hey, you young viewers out there, put in work, man. Put in work.
Slowly.
Usijipe pressure pia sana. You need to rest, to recover. So you spoke about the Basketball Africa League. Any thoughts on the impact it will have in the next 5 years?
it will change the game. It has already had. Look at the players who are playing in the African Basketball Africa League. Even when you watch it, it's like you're watching something different. You're watching something organized, very different. I think if they can start now running it as a league now, things are going to be different.
Awesome.
We might have our own NBA in Africa. That it might even become better than the NBA, because the Africans love sports and they know how to cheer.
True.
If you check the World Cup, South Africa, the atmosphere was crazy.
It's crazy.
The vuvuzela showed up, the helmets and everything. Now it's a thing in sports. After demonstration, wanaenda na vuvuzela. So I think Africans can make something small in inakuwa kubwa. And Basketball Africa League, the way now we have players coming from outside coming here to play, it's going to be awesome. Just wait and see. That will be what players will be looking at. I want to play in the Basketball Africa League. I want to play there.
So for us to be there, there has to be preparation.
Exactly.
So how can individual players who want to be recruited there, if you have a word for them on how they can prepare, or for the teams that have been selected in the past and maybe are looking forward to be selected in the near future or the next time or season, what advice do you have for such people in terms of preparation for that level?
To play at any given level, a high level, preparation is key. You have to work hard. The three things: you have to be consistent, you have to work hard, and you have to be disciplined for you to get to that level. If you cannot work around those three aspects of the game, you cannot get to that high level. You might get there, but you might not perform as a high level player, which is not good for your brand or your business. If you get to a level like that, you are not only representing your country or your club, but you yourself as a brand and as a business. And as a brand and as a business, there are companies and other corporates that want to invest in you, and they might not, because you are not playing at a level that is attracting fans and viewers. So as a good player who is in the BAL now is a big market, and playing there at that level is gonna get some of these players paid. So you as a brand, you have to look at yourself kama mtu anaangalia duka yake. Haina nini kwa shelf, unaweka. Haina nini pale kwa ile shelf, una restock. Haina license, unaweka license ya kanjo. So this is how you treat yourself as a brand, like a shop. If you can do that and go and perform at that level, 2 seasons, I think the 3rd season you will be having something. Maybe you will be the first player in the Basketball Africa League, unavaa Nike. That's money.
That's money.
People never looked at that aspect of this thing. Everybody should carry themselves as a brand when going out there, and to be a brand, you have to work. You have to work. You are the product. The product has to be awesome for a fan the audience to like it. The audience like you, corporates will like you. If the audience don't like you, wanasema ule anauza. Nobody wants to be associated with that. So kama utaki kuuza, piga tizi. Hivyo tu.
Kabisa. I like the simplicity on how you've explained a brand.
It's a shop.
It's a shop.
You restock where you unaona kuna shortage. If it's chumvi inaisha and people like salt, you restock salt, the best quality. If fans want dunks and you can dunk, give them dunks in the game. People will be talking about it for days. Crossovers, step backs, do these things. Fans want to come and sit down and say, you know that guy, ule akiingia ule anafanyanga this and this and that. And they usually actually come for that. People look at the fixture and they be like, which team is this? There's a player in that team I want to watch. They tune in. Because they know they are going to watch a concert, a performance. That's it. And that's business. Even if you don't get corporates and your game gets views, you'll be playing prime time. Prime time is good for business. Definitely. Big teams out there watching you. Prime time is good for business. I also like playing during prime time because it means I have more people watching me.
Yeah.
And now more people, more pressure, it means that I have to bring my A game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An opportunity to restock.
An opportunity
restock the shop.
To restock my shop. Easy.
That's very great, viewers. Indeed, we are here at Osoita Lodge, where guests become family, and this shoot has been powered by East Tech Services and Supplies, where we have recovery items for you, sports recovery items. And currently in stock, we have the Normatec 2.0 Pro, where you can use it to recover from your intense training or as you prepare for a game. Have you used that before, the Normatec boot?
Yeah, once in Cameroon.
How was it?
I'm old school, but I'm trying to adjust and embrace the new possibilities. I've seen Felmas use it, like she's more advanced in technology and all that, so it's good for her. And I will advise players to invest in themselves. If you can have it, get it. If you can, whatever that is good to keep yourself more healthy, invest.
When are you retiring?
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
I still have a couple of years left and a couple of games left. Yeah. I can still beat a couple of people one-on-one around the league. Yeah. So I'm still here.
And you're making me want to come back to the game.
Don't come back. I've seen some young kids dunking in some league, the street league. Yeah, I cannot play in that league. I told the organizers I can't play there. I've seen those kids don't have respect. They don't respect old people.
They don't respect old people. I saw a dunk, I think, by Ariel.
Yeah,
this weekend, man.
This weekend.
Crazy.
You see why I cannot allow myself to go there. These legs are getting old.
Yep.
If it was like 6 years ago, I would go there and do things. But right now, one dunk per week. One dunk per week and then ice.
And then ice.
Yeah.
Speaking of ice, we are getting into the quick fire segment. Which is your best recovery equipment?
Best recovery equipment, ice bath.
Ice bath.
Yeah.
Full body, half body?
Full body.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I've never done half body. I've never done full body.
Get in there, put like 15 minutes and relax.
So how do you use the...
We have, sometimes I use the bathtub, or we have those big, is it the tanks or what?
Yeah,
jump inside. That's what we used to do. Like
how much ice do you use? I need to try this full bath. That's why I'm asking you.
Try like 6 bags, like how many kilos? Because one bag is like 10 kgs. Like that, like those are like 60 kgs. Because it's like 4 players at one go.
Oh, at one go. Okay, okay. I'll try it out. I'll let you know how it was.
Okay, it will be fun. It will be fun. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
The leg, whatever I tried, the leg one. Wow. Wow. That was
icing
fun.
the knees.
No, immersing
the legs into an ice bath.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun too. But now full body is more fun. No pain. No pain.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Your best sports documentary?
Best sports documentary. Come Fly with Me, Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Awesome.
That one is motivating. Yeah. Really good. I've been watching it since I was a kid.
You still rewatch it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I watch it before games. I try to go through it, the first part, and then I switch it off.
Get into the game now.
Yeah.
If you meet Michael, what will you do?
I'll tell him LeBron James is better than you now. And you have to accept it.
Then you have to accept it.
Yeah.
From Ariel, the doctor.
From the doc. The doc says LeBron is slightly better than you now. Yeah.
And LeBron is making even big business moves, man.
Big business moves.
Bigger than Jordan's, eh?
Bigger than Jordan. Already a billionaire while still playing.
Yeah, so man. Crazy.
You can see. The guy has a business-oriented mind. Yeah.
And imagine all that and no college education.
No college education,
just
but you have
books,
to... He's smart. He's surrounding himself with people who are smart.
Definitely.
If you cannot be successful when you surround yourself with, birds of the same feathers.
Flock together.
Influence inaanza tu hapo karibu.
True.
So you have to be surrounded by very smart people. Yeah.
For you to be smart.
For you to be smart, lazima kuwa umezungukwa na watu werevu.
So your best sports athlete in the world?
LeBron James. LeBron James.
LeBron James, eh?
Yeah. LeBron is the best ever. Yeah.
Across all sports for you?
Across all sports. The only person who comes close is, I would say Cristiano, but I think Eliud Kipchoge is a goat by his own right. And then maybe my guy CR7 will come in there. Then we'll have the Jordan, the Serena Williams now going down, the GOAT ladder. But the King GOAT is King James.
King James.
Yeah.
Okay, so you LeBron, huyu nampenda sana.
King James is my guy. Yeah.
He's your guy.
He's my guy. He's doing things. If you can see that, the Lakers, number 23, is LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah. You have to respect the king. Yeah.
I think we'll get a shoot of those. They're really amazing shoes, man.
These babies.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Baza Sports Sale.
Courtesy of Baza Sports Sale.
Yeah, they customized those for me.
Wow.
And sent them home.
Awesome.
Yeah. Customized for the Morans and the Lakers, in the Lakers colors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll talk about this off the shoot.
Off the shoot.
Off the shoot.
I have to take them back in the safe and lock the safe.
Now I understand why you're working with your brother.
You never know. This is Kenya.
Know, man.
This is Nairobi.
This is Nairobi.
Natembea pale narudi nyumbani na socks.
Wanashanga mbona socks imechafuka kumbe.
Umetembea kutoka town. Kiatu ilienda. Wanakuambia malizia alafu tupatie tutaenda naye.
Yeah. Man, brother, I appreciate you coming. It was a great honor having you here at Wima Sports. We are looking forward to do more together and more shoots.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's a sibling shoot that we'll be doing. I hope your sister will be coming soon.
She's coming in about a month, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that you do a shoot for you too. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You guys are doing amazing things.
Thank you.
I've been watching your squad, African Nazarene, play. I follow the league closely, even when I'm not around. I have to follow the league because I have to cover it. So I have to watch games. I have to ask for stats and all that. So I think you guys are doing amazing things now in the Premier League.
Thank you. Now in the
big boys league.
In the big boys league.
Good luck.
And we are trying. We are trying to.
You will win games. You will win games. All about preparation. You will win games in the Premier League.
Yep.
Target is the playoffs.
Yes.
Get in the playoffs. You have achieved everything because it's the first time they are getting there after a long time. Yeah. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and I like how you're getting into other sports, man.
Now I'm diversifying. I'm in golf. I'm in motorsport and football.
Yeah. Awesome.
Pole too.
RC just ended.
Yeah.
And your girl. Let me not say your girl, man. People. Let me not say your girl, but your friend Maxima Home did it again.
Yeah.
After the ladies rally.
You said you watched the rally?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
I was there. I had someone there covering the rally. My job is just reading the articles.
Proofreading,
the ladies Lionessa rally, Maxine Mahome, she's been winning. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't watched rallies since I was a kid. We used to do safari rally with my brother. I used to go and watch. But I haven't watched for a while. Ile Naivasha walijaa sana huko watu wa Subaru. Tukakosa space. Tulikuwa hapo kwa njia na bro tunaenda home. Tukakosa space. Walijaa huko na Subaru.
Hebu mpange mkuje this time.
Ile next tutaenda kuona. Lakini watu wa Subaru wapungue kidogo. At least wabebane Subaru moja watu wanne, wasikuje kila mtu na yake.
Last time ulijaa sana watu wa Subaru.
Watu wa Subaru boys walijaza nini rally.
Yeah, so as we close, if you can speak to a 19-year-old you out there, a giant, a lady, on something that you tell them?
I would say be different. You know, that's my slogan. You have to be different for you to stand out in or among the crowds. You have to work differently. You have to be very disciplined. This is my father's line. Be very disciplined, be very disciplined, and be very disciplined. Be consistent, believe in God. Hard work, that one has to be from within. Nobody should tell you every single day, go and work hard. And if you can do that, you can be anything you want to be, because nothing is given. Everything is earned. Earned means that you work from 4 a.m. When they are eating, you're putting in work. If they sleep, you're working, because the best time to overtake a car is when the car has stopped. So when your opponents are sleeping, put in work. You'll see the fruits.
Yeah. Wow. Viewers, there's no way I'm watering that down, and it only happens here at Wima Sports. Get to listen to that, and was nice having you. Until next time, it's your host Jermaine at Osoita Lodge, powered by East Tech Services and Supplies. Thank you very much. Until next time.